alternately, and you could probably go one at a time, so everybody gets a chance initially, and then who has follow-up can go. So we're ready now to go.
Shai, Roger here from Massive Cricket. Tough loss again. I felt the game was under control with 80 runs to get and 42 balls. What was the idea behind sending in Rustin yesterday?
Well, he's one of the batters who normally negates the spin in the middle. We identify players who bat spin in the middle is obviously something that we discuss as a batting unit. We got to look at the personnel that we have. We're short of some guys who would normally do that for us in the middle. So it sounds as though you're saying he wasn't the right choice.
I felt the rate was a bit high at that point.
So who would you have said? No, I just wanted to tell me. Jason?
One of those guys.
Okay, fair enough.
Shai, tough loss tonight, but it was a good series. One question about tonight, for the first 16 overs, you didn't take a wicket. And then you took 5 in quick succession, or 4 in quick succession, right? One and over, if not more frequently than that. What was your take on what happened there? What was happening early on that made it so hard? And what sort of prompted the slight collapse on their end once your bowlers started connecting?
So it's something about this game of cricket, you don't always get what you want. Obviously when you come out to bowl, the aim is to get early in rows, put the opposition under pressure, similar to what we did in the first 2 games. It just didn't happen. They actually played a lot better today. Yes, the surface was also more conducive to batting. And like I said, they played really well. The right-hander, we kept him under control in the first 2 games. He came back with a plan. He obviously made it more difficult for us to get him out firstly, and then he always kept us, on our toes, thinking how to stop him from scoring. So it's just one of those things, and obviously in the back end, any batting group, they're always looking to expand and try to maximize in the last 5. So you tend to get a lot more chances or opportunities to take wickets. So naturally, that's what tends to happen. But yeah, they batted well. It was just difficult for us to get wickets, and the surface was a lot better to play on today. So I would say maybe in the batter's favor in a sense.
Hey, Shai, Bashar here for Backward Point Podcast. I look at the West Indies team, and you guys are up there in terms of exporting the most players to all the franchise leagues. But something happened when you guys were playing all together. It's like you guys aren't in sync, and you guys aren't playing together. In the last 20 matches, the results are the same thing. Why is that?
If I had the answers, we would be winning all the time. So that's the honest answer right now. I don't know if you want me to say something else, but it's just one of those things. Like you're playing in franchises, you guess you're getting information, you're gaining experience, but regardless of what's happening, you got to come and do it for the region. It's something that we haven't been doing. The reality is reality. But like I said, if I have the answers, then we would be winning. It's just not happening for us.
Yeah, Shai, just one. Let's look at the positives. What have you seen as the positives going from the Australia series to now? What are some of the things we'll take away and say we can build on that? And you've seen like shining lights that you can build on from here.
Well, firstly, the bowling department. Conditions are slightly different in St. Kitts. It's very batting friendly. It's very tough for the bowlers. We always speak about the execution. When the surface is a lot better, you tend to take the pitch out of it a bit more. So you got to nail the Yorkers and try to limit the batters as best as you can, regardless if a pitch is small, a boundary is small, pitch is good, a Yorker is a Yorker. And a good Yorker is very hard to hit for any batter. So that's one thing I can certainly highlight as a bowling group. And then we got another debutant in Joel Andrew. He showcased some very good class and skill with his batting ability at the top. We've been faced with some unforced injuries as well, something that we can't really control. So seeing guys coming in some, I would say, awkward positions in certain stages, something that guys may not have been accustomed to in the recent past, and taking it upon themselves to execute for the team. So there's certainly some positives there, and like the last 15 or so games, 15 to 20 games, we haven't really fitted the same squad or same team simply because of injuries. So that in itself is a challenge. So the guys coming in and putting their hands up and raising their hands for the team, that in itself is a positive. So I can certainly commend the guys for that.
We saw Roston Chase get retired out. Do you think that's something we'll see more frequently in T20s?
But it has been happening for quite some time now. And I just think that is one of those things you gotta try to maximize in a period like that. We felt as though Jason might be the one to get the ball away a bit more, especially off the seamer. So it's one of those things. The reality is Jason came in, didn't get going. It could have been the other way around. Rawson could have hit 3 of those balls from Harriswell for 6. It's just how the games go sometimes. But yeah, it's just, I won't say it's something that we have to do more of or less of. It's just part of the game as well.
With Alzar Joseph missing this series, obviously it was an opportunity for Shamar Joseph to play some T20 cricket. Have you seen enough to say that Shamar could be a viable seam bowling option in T20 cricket?
But he is. He's showcased. He's got the ability to hit those areas for us. And we speak about that same execution. And every single time we go into the nets and we discuss certain plans we want to bowl, he does just that. And he did it in the first couple of games as well. So again, it's cricket. Every day is not going to be your day. He didn't have the best of days today. But like I said before, if we want to be competing with the best, beating the best, we got to do it day in and day out more often than not.
Thank you.
So, Shai, you've got 3 ODIs coming up starting on Friday. It's not going to be the same squad, obviously, or it hasn't been announced yet, I think. But if, in any case, what needs to be learned from, what should you be learning from this opposition? Because there's going to be a lot of overlap in the Pakistani squad. So what is your team taking away from this first T20 series in terms of what's going to help you be victorious in the ODI series? It's a different format, but a lot of the same opposition.
First thing is adaptation. Every single place we play in the Caribbean or here, for example, in the US, conditions are so different. So the first thing we need to do is assess, see what's best best plans to formulate for that particular surface, the wind conditions, all these things we got to take into account. But they're going to bowl a lot of spin at us, and the way how we negate those spinners in the middle overs is going to be very crucial for us as batters. And same thing with the ball, we got to find ways to keep making inroads in the same middle overs. So start with the power play and try to put them under pressure early, and then just try to keep taking wickets through the innings and limit their bleeding in the middle.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks, yeah.
Thanks, Shai.